past 4 years, global explorer Mike Horn navigated the world on his Pangaea Expedition. Travelling on board the iconic Pangaea yacht, Mike has led teams of intrepid young explorers on amazing voyages exploring the most beautiful places on the planet, showing them the beauty of the world and how to preserve it for future generations. This epic voyage has visited every continent of the world except one, Africa. Now, the final team of young explorers will join Mike for an adventure of a lifetime as Pangaea is traversing the Atlantic Ocean en route to South Africa.
Being on board this world-famous expedition vessel, the excitement has really been cranked up a few notches.
This is the first time I've been sailing on such a huge boat.
Go, 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 pull, pull!
Mike showed us how to sail. We went through a huge storm. It was quite rough. After, the weather went better, so we could sail a bit.
Docking on dry land, the first destination for this team of budding explorers is the mouth of the Orange River. The Orange River is the longest river in South Africa and runs along the South African and Namibian border, and is a river that Mike knows extremely well.
The young explorers will team up 2 by 2, and I'll show them how I went down the Purimak River.
The young explorers use rafts to paddle deep along the river, taking in the spectacular views of this rocky wilderness. However, it's not all plain sailing.
So we went through some exciting rapids, life jackets come on, helmets, we got caught on rocks and spun around backwards, trying to yell at your partner that we need to go left, left, left. I've never had such an experience like this. It's really amazing.
Setting up camp for the night deep in the wilderness, the young explorers took the time to reflect on an amazing first day in Africa.
You can't get a better teacher than nature. Everything has its place and fits together. The only thing out of place is us, really. I'd like to apply that harmony to my own life.
Swapping their boats for bikes, the team have a grueling adventure ahead.
We're off on the next stage of the Young Explorers Expedition to Africa. And this stage is taking us through the Cedar Birds. 250 kilometers of the best mountain biking in the world.
The young explorers cycle for 3 days deep into the Cedar Bird region, one of South Africa's most naturally beautiful areas. Over millions of years, the natural elements have created some stunning sandstone rock formations, and none are more impressive than Wolfberg Arch.
Over the last 3 days, we've been here in the Cedar Bird region, cycling through the most amazing landscape I've ever seen. Winding our way through these huge mountains, the view was just breathtaking.
Back on board Pangaea, there is one final destination for the team. For Mike, this stop was particularly poignant.
Coming back home to South Africa and seeing Table Mountain will always be special.
Arriving at the harbour was an emotional experience for Mike as Pangaea was greeted by friends, family and young explorers from his expeditions over the past 4 years.
We were looking at these people waiting for us in the harbour. They were all so happy and thrilled to see the Pangaea finally come into Cape Town.
Fellow Laureus Academy member and rugby legend Mornay du Plessis was also on hand to welcome Mike home. However, this was not the end of the African adventure for Mike and the team. Hiking up the iconic Table Mountain, Mike had one last challenge for the young explorers, truly putting their nerves to the test.
We're on the last stage of the African expedition, and this is a grueling climb up Table Mountain.
The tough ascent to the top of Table Mountain is over 1,000 meters above sea level.
We did a climb called Staircase. It was a 3-pitch climb with a traverse in the middle. It was actually my first climb, and it was a great experience because being at that height is just amazing.
When you're climbing, you're holding on to rocks so tight because you're afraid that you're going to fall.
I was a little bit scared and I had to push myself.
But actually you should gather the courage to look away from the rock.
Such a spectacular place to be climbing. You know, one place you can see the Atlantic Ocean and the other side you can see the Indian Ocean.
When I started trusting my legs and working more with my legs, and then I wasn't scared anymore.
Our motto, explore, learn, act. We've explored, and now it's time to act.
With the African expedition drawing to a close, Mike and the young explorers visit a local Laureus Sport for Good supported project called Waves for Change.
Waves for Change is a surfing program which uses the power of surfing to educate kids more about HIV. The children get out of school, then after school they come down here, they get to surf, but more than that they get to learn more about HIV.
And it's very important for us to be able to open doors for some of the local people. To be able to bring 20 young explorers from all around the world to them so they can change information, share information, and jump into the water together is a way of making dream come reality.
Seeing the great work by the Laureus-supported project was the perfect end to this epic voyage. But this was not the final stop for Pangaea. Coming full circle, the Pangaea yacht returned to Monaco's harbour, heralding the end of an immense journey. For the final swan song of the expedition, Mike was joined by a group of young explorers from the past 4 years of expeditions. Greeting Mike at the port was Prince Albert of Monaco, who congratulated him on the completion of a journey which has been like no other. After such a unique voyage, the question remains, what will the greatest explorer of his generation do next?